Julie Chrisley has officially been released from federal prison. Her husband, Todd Chrisley, was released earlier this evening. All of their friends and family have been waiting for this moment for as long as they have been in prison. It took longer than they had hoped. However, they are both free and back with a clean slate. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Todd Chrisley was released earlier this evening. Todd and Julie Chrisley were in federal prison for tax evasion and fraud. Julie was sentenced to 7 years, while Todd was sentenced to 12. This was a hard time for their entire family. Their daughter, Savannah, had to take in her 2 younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe. She sent Grayson off to college, watched him graduate, and got him ready for prom, and their parents missed it all. However, Todd was released from the Pensacola prison earlier this evening. Savannah was there to pick him up whenever he was ready to go. They are going to go back to their home and reunite with the rest of their family and all of their friends. This was a big moment for everyone involved. TMZ has reported that Julie Chrisley has officially been released from federal prison. While Savannah was getting Todd, Grayson went to get Julie. They wanted them to be able to leave as soon as possible. Julie was in a prison located in Kentucky. This is a bittersweet moment for their children. Grayson is going to take Julie home, where she and Todd can reunite for the first time in years. It has also been revealed that they are going to show all of the reunion videos on their new show on Lifetime. So, fans will get to see the raw reactions of their friends and family when they get back home. It seems as though Grayson got to pick up his mother and bring her home. Todd and Julie are going to get to reunite at their home for the first time in years. This is going to be a special moment between the two. However, it will be filmed and shown on their new Lifetime show. Fans cannot wait to see the clips of this. What do you think? Are you happy she is released? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. Julie Chrisley is free. After nearly 2 years behind bars, the matriarch of the Chrisley Knows Best empire has officially been released from federal prison, marking a moment her family and loyal fans have prayed for since 2023. Julie walked out of the Federal Medical Center, FMC, in Lexington, Kentucky early Wednesday morning, escorted by her daughter Savannah and a tight-knit group of family and legal representatives. Dressed in a simple gray sweater and jeans, her hair pulled back and face glowing with peace, Julie offered a quiet smile to onlookers as the prison gates closed behind her. No crowds, no cameras, just freedom. God carried me through, Julie said in a heartfelt statement released later that afternoon. There were days I didn't think I'd see the light again, but grace is real. I've never felt stronger or more grateful. Julie, 51, was sentenced to 7 years in prison in 2022 after being convicted alongside her husband Todd Chrisley in a high-profile federal trial involving bank fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy to defraud the U.S. government. Her sentence was reduced after recent adjustments under the First Step Act, a federal law intended to ease harsh prison terms for nonviolent offenders and support rehabilitation. Her husband, Todd, was released earlier this year and returned home to Nashville under supervised release. Julie's return now marks the long-awaited reunion of the Chrisley parents and, emotionally, the true beginning of healing for the family. She's home, said Savannah Chrisley, tears in her eyes during a special episode of her podcast Unlocked, which was recorded just hours after the release. My mom is home, and I still can't believe I'm saying those words. We held each other and just cried. This has been the darkest time of our lives, but today, light finally broke through. Julie's time in prison, though quiet by design, has been filled with faith, introspection, and resolve. Unlike Todd, who made several headlines during his incarceration and appeared in a steady stream of legal updates and family interviews, Julie remained mostly silent, choosing instead to retreat into prayer, journaling, and mentorship programs within the prison. Julie became a mother to so many women in that facility, a former inmate shared anonymously. She led Bible studies, comforted those with no family, and even helped teach literacy classes. She carried herself with grace every single day. Julie herself acknowledged those experiences in her post-release statement. I may have entered those gates as a prisoner, but I found my purpose behind them. God placed me where I could serve, where I could listen, and where I could let go of pride, she said. Those women changed me forever. Julie's re-entry into public life is expected to be far more reserved than the reality TV persona fans remember. Once known for her picture-perfect Southern charm, witty one-liners, and lavish lifestyle, Julie is now embracing a quieter, more intentional chapter. I don't need a platform to prove anything, she said. What matters most is my family, my faith, and the time I have left on this earth. I plan to spend every second loving harder and living simpler. Sources close to the Chrisleys say the couple will remain in Nashville under monitored supervision for the duration of their adjusted sentences, which include community service and regular check-ins. Julie is reportedly focusing on her health, rebuilding family connections, and helping with the care of her younger children, Grayson and Chloe, who have been living under Savannah's guardianship. She's already back in the kitchen. Savannah laughed through happy tears. She made pancakes this morning like no time had passed. But the hugs? Those are tighter now. Everything feels more real. The Chrisley family's legal battles aren't completely over. Appeals are still pending, and federal scrutiny remains. But for the moment, the tone has shifted from defense to healing. Both Todd and Julie have spoken about writing memoirs and possibly launching a faith-based podcast or docuseries chronicling their journey through the justice system. There's even speculation of a Chrisley family revival reality series, though no network has confirmed. Still, fans are intrigued, not by luxury or scandals, but by the rare glimpse of vulnerability. They've been humbled, said longtime viewer Erica Benson from Atlanta. This isn't about mansions anymore, it's about redemption. Julie herself seems uninterested in fame. She's focused on grace. I was stripped of everything, comfort, control, even my name. But what I gained was deeper than I ever imagined. Faith isn't built on blessings, it's forged in fire, she said. I walked through it, and now I get to walk out. While her return is private, a small homecoming celebration is planned for the weekend. Nothing extravagant, just family, a few close friends, and a home-cooked meal. A source close to the Chrisleys shared that Julie's one request was no cameras, no press, just prayer. She doesn't want applause, the source added. She wants peace. Todd, in a quiet Instagram post Wednesday afternoon, shared a photo of 2 coffee mugs side by side on their Nashville kitchen table. The caption, "Together again. Thank you, Lord." It was liked over 200,000 times within hours, with fans flooding the comments with well wishes, Bible verses, and one repeated phrase, "Welcome home, Julie." As the sun set on the Chrisleys' Tennessee home that evening, neighbors say they saw Julie sitting on the porch swing with Chloe curled beside her, reading a children's book. No crews, no lights, just the quiet sound of crickets and a mother's voice reading aloud, perhaps for the first time in far too long. And for Julie Chrisley, that simple moment meant more than 1,000 hours of television. Because sometimes, the greatest comeback isn't loud. It's soft, steady, sacred. And it begins with one step outside the prison gates and back into grace.